What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Art Adventures. So today is day 3, Inktober 2021. So far, my favorite day as far as the actual prompt goes. Today's word is vessel. This is something that kind of took me a little bit of a while to think of. What should I do? So on and so forth. And of course, if I'm ever in a kind of a rut as far as thinking of something outside the box, I'll do what most people do, or just wait till everybody starts posting stuff, and then you go ahead and you kind of check out what other people are doing, get an idea. And so I was looking at, I'm like, man, I don't like any of these ideas that are really like, nothing was really standing out to me. And so I went ahead and just kept thinking outside, trying to think outside the box, so on and so forth. And finally got it. I finally understood what I was going to be doing, and kind of tasking myself with. And with a vessel, obviously we're thinking of some sort of ship, some sort of bottle, something that holds something. And I didn't really want to go that route because obviously I'm doing Among Us character, so can't turn this guy into a bottle. It just kind of doesn't make sense. I remember last year I did the Leviathan from Fortnite, which I don't know if it was day 1. I think it was day 1. Was fish last year, and I did Leviathan, and it was a cool drawing. I loved it, but it didn't look like a Among Us character. I didn't have this mask because I did a fishbowl on the top, so on and so forth, and you had the fish on the inside, so couldn't really, you could tell that it was Leviathan, but it somewhat didn't look like an Among Us character. It was kind of like a cross between top half Leviathan, bottom half Among Us. It didn't work. It was fun, it was cool, everything like that, but it was not as successful as I had hoped. So anyways, I didn't want to go that route, even though I had some pretty good ideas. I just knew that it wasn't going to be as successful as I thought it was going to be, considering last time I dealt with that. So this time I'm doing something a little bit different, and I am super stoked because I've never done this one before. I have decided to do Darth Vader, and I was thinking of either doing Darth Vader or Darth Maul, but I know that Vader has more of a costume that has a little bit more to it, and I wanted to go with something that was going to kind of pop out a little bit more as far as the body goes, instead of just cloth like Darth Maul. Darth Maul just has a bunch of cloth. So I went ahead and decided that I was going to do Darth Vader instead of Darth Maul, and I'm super stoked for it. So I'm excited. Can't wait to show you guys how I ended up doing this one, because man, I did my little thumbnail and it looks pretty dope. So I can't wait to get to coloring this one. I took a lot more time on this one than I did on my other ones. I'm over here trying to pump out videos as much as possible, trying to catch up and so on and so forth. I am caught up with drawing and recording. I am just not caught up yet technically with editing. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I am in the middle of editing 2 videos and getting those to you guys as soon as possible. So that's kind of where we're at. So yeah, anyways, this was, man, so much fun to get drawn, and obviously huge fan of Star Wars. I've done some Star Wars ones in the past. Did the Baby Yoda and the I wouldn't even say Mandalorian, because I colored him as if he was drew him and colored him as if it was Boba Fett instead of the Mandalorian, because Boba Fett's outfit is way better than Mandalorian's outfit. So I just wanted to get that done and get a bounty hunter done, and so I did Boba Fett. So, but I am super stoked that I get to do this Darth Vader, and excited that I got it done the way that I did it. So it's going to be pretty cool. final result is awesome. I love it. And I'm stoked to show you guys. So yeah, basic Among Us character shape. Kind of worked on the helmet a little bit, just kind of eyebrows, a little median part to his helmet, and then the boxy head part, his cape, for his coat, and then I have this shape right here for his chest piece. Put that down there. This one, surprisingly, had a lot more detail than I thought it was going to have originally, so it ends up being something that took me quite some time to get done. But man, so worth it because it came out really good. I love the color choices that I've used. I love the style that I drew it in. I got some realistic parts to it, and then some parts that are a little bit less realistic, and then by the way that I ended up coloring it, it ended up looking all very uniform. I loved it. So it's been really fun. So I'm excited for tomorrow. Get to work on another one. I haven't even looked forward to seeing what tomorrow's word is for the prompt. But I'm excited because I always not just enjoy the drawing parts, I really enjoy trying to be as creative as possible and trying to figure out where am I taking the next step? Where am I gonna develop? How am I gonna develop a character based off of the word of the day? And so, with that being said, like this one took me a little while to get to, but finally got there and was really excited. But the next one's gonna be pretty fun as well, because it's always fun to kind of think outside the box and try to think different from other people. I just don't want to do the same thing that everybody else is doing, like a pirate ship or a bottle with a note in it. That's just not what I want to do. I don't have as much fun and satisfaction. I haven't seen a Darth Vader yet, and I've been looking for a few hours now. So, but I have seen some Star Wars spaceships, but not necessarily a Darth Vader. And the second half of this drawing is just going to be a delight. I have actually done a Star Wars painting before through college. I've done a number of Star Wars paintings actually through college, and they've all come out pretty cool. But my favorite one is I painted a picture of the Death Star inside this like really organic planet landscape, and it was pretty fun. It was cool. I ended up painting over it, and kind of wish I didn't, but I needed the extra space to paint on, and being that typical poor college student, not poor, just not very wealthy, but being that typical kid that struggles finding materials for cheap, I decided that I was going to be using the materials that I already had, which I might have had to completely dismantle one of my old paintings, and that was the one that I decided to dismantle, was my old Star Wars Death Star painting. So anyways, this one I have to change up the body down here a little bit, and just because of the way that his little armor sits, it needs a like a little body for me to kind of go off of. So I needed to kind of change things up to make it look proportionate, at least a little bit, because like I said, these Among Us characters, just kind of the way that they are drawn or kind of stand, they're kind of not proportionate and at very weird angles. Like this, the angle of the head doesn't match the angle of the body or the torso. It's like, it's different. So this might line up, but like, and it kind of curves down, even though, excuse me, even though it doesn't line up or curve down. I don't know, it's weird to explain. So anyways, yeah, so that's what I was doing just there to kind of get that armor a little bit more redefined and done correctly. So, but yeah, working on these knee pads. The knee pads came out pretty good, I'd say, from my thumbnail that I'm referencing right now. And I have some drawings where I just kind of do a line, just kind of make a boot or a shoe, or reference of a reference to a some sort of shoe or something. But this one, I drew the boot. Like, I remember when we did last year, I did Woody from Toy Story, and those I did actual shoes, and then I think I did shoes on Chucky, and Chucky from the Rugrats, old TV show. Grew up on that awesome TV show growing up. Brings back a lot of memories. So that's one thing with Inktober is I try to think outside the box, and sometimes I don't think of things that are relevant. Like, obviously this is relevant because Star Wars is still a thing, but like going with Rugrats last year for, I think the word was tie, and I ended up doing a, I know Chucky always had his shoes untied, and so that was me thinking outside the box to a cartoon show that I grew up on, that most people that are watching this probably did not grow up watching. So it's just fun to bring back those old memories. Or Ratchet and Clank, I know they just came out with another Ratchet and Clank, or you know, the Crash Bandicoot, they just came out with another one, and they have the trilogy. My wife and I actually just bought the trilogy a couple months ago. We've been playing every now and then, so that's been fun. All right, anyways, this is getting close to being done. I just want to double check, see if I got all my detail. I think I got all my detail set up, and we are good to go. So next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and draw my background, and typically I would do my shape, but before I do my shape, this is what I'm excited for. Like I was mentioning earlier, I had one of my old paintings, and I painted the Death Star, and this is my excuse to draw and color another Death Star. So I thought it would be awesome to draw Darth Vader. Yes, you can call his suit a vessel if you want to, but it's going to be my vessel right here. It's not going to be the main focus, but it comes out great after I get all the detail worked out and colored the way that I color it. So it has been super fun to draw, and I am super stoked that I did this because it just looked amazing on my thumbnail. The thing about thumbnails is sometimes you do it so well the first time and you're like, man, I gotta now match my thumbnail. It's like, it was just a rough sketch, and then I took so much time on it because it was nice and it looked good and I was having fun and I got carried away, and now it looks so good that I really want to match, if not do better than my actual thumbnail, because my thumbnail looks amazing. Cool thing about thumbnails is you get to kind of play with colors, and that's what I do on the thumbnails the most. So anyways, I didn't want to just do the Death Star, so what I did was I did the Death Star that was broken. So I'm going to chop this bad boy up and make it real rugged, and it looks amazing when it's done like this. Ends up reminding me of the movies, but yeah, this ended up coming out way better than I expected when I watched it develop here at the house as I was drawing this and kind of playing with the shapes. And this part where I am doing the cracks and stuff like that, it was really hard to kind of see and kind of try to get it all correct and whatever. If you get the main gist, the bottom part is kind of blown out all the way across pretty much the whole thing, and then this side is the top corner, and that ends up kind of working a little bit better. So, and it doesn't have to be perfect because obviously the Death Star is the size of a planet, so these little details are kind of generalized details. And then I'm going to ink this too, so you're going to lose all that ruggedness. It's going to come out pretty dope after it's colored in and inked up. So I keep these reference lines because if you end up, and actually I'm going to change this a little bit. That is going to come down because I need that space. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill in kind of the back area. Okay, and so like say this would be all shaded in a different color, and that makes it look like it's hanging over, like if there's actually a chunk missing out of the side. So boom, there you go, right? And now I can go ahead and get some of these details drawn. I'm gonna go ahead and get this inked. See you guys in a second for coloring. So there you go, there's your Darth Vader and your Death Star as it is inked up. I'm gonna go ahead and get this bad boy colored. See you guys when I'm finished. Well, there you go. There you have your Darth Vader and his vessel, the Death Star. Got to be one of my absolute favorite drawings among us characters I've done so far. That was super fun. I really like the highlights of the red and the blue on the opposite side. The blue doesn't come out as much as the red does, but the red is the point that I wanted to drive through. But man, that was fun. As you guys can see on my drawing, these colors are very nice, very vibrant, and man, it is awesome. But I want to show you something, the difference of paper That is going to make a world of a difference with your coloring. On my sketchbook, the other sketchbook that I have that I do my thumbnails on, the colors show up so much better, and it's because this paper quality is much better. It's thicker, and it's just a better quality paper. So I started this, and I want to finish this sketchbook with the Among Us characters, but this paper is a lot thinner, and with that being said, it doesn't hold the color as nice. But man, when I was doing this thumbnail, just that right there is just, it mind blows. Make sure when you guys get a sketchbook, get yourself good quality paper. If it's see-through, it's not the best, and always put an extra sheet on the back so that when you do color, it doesn't go through to the back. So I always use an extra sheet so you can see Space Chicken, Loki, and then there's a Darth Vader right there as well. And that's just kind of what I do. I just keep reusing the same piece of paper or two, and then I eventually throw it out if it starts getting see-through to where you can see it from the backside. So anyways, that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. There's your next Among Us guy, Darth Vader with the Death Star. So that was fun. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.